Hi students, myself Anju. I welcome you all to the session. In this session, actually, we are going to deal with few properties of rational numbers and few example problems. Okay? Yesterday we have dealt with the closure property, right? Today we are going to discuss about the commutative property of whole numbers first, then integers second, then rational numbers. Okay? So commutative property. First for whole numbers we are going to do it. Okay? So first whole numbers under addition. Okay? First we are going to take under addition. Okay, we are taking any two whole numbers. So any two whole numbers we are going to add it, like 2 plus 3, answer is 5, right? Likewise 3 plus 2 if we do also, your answer is 5. Okay, which means commutative property is a plus b equal to b plus a, or a into b equal to b into a. This is for addition, this is for multiplication. Okay. So first see, 2 plus 3 is 5. 3 plus 2 is also 5. Therefore, whole numbers are commutative. Commutative under addition. Okay. It is commutative under addition. Okay. So if you add in both the ways, you will get the same answer. That is our commutative property. Okay. Next is our under subtraction. Okay. Now subtraction, we are going to subtract two whole numbers. See this, 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3, what is the answer? Minus 1, which is not a whole number. Okay. 3 minus 2, it is 1. Both are different. Okay. So it is not commutative under subtraction. It is commutative under addition, but it is not commutative under subtraction. Next, multiplication. Okay, we are going to multiply two whole numbers. 2 into 3. 2 3s are 6. 3 into 2. 3 2s are 6. Both are same. So it is commutative under multiplication, which means whole numbers are commutative under multiplication. Next, division. Okay. Division we are going to do it like 3 divided by 2. Okay, you will get 3 by 2, which is not a whole number. Next, 2 divided by 3. 2 by 3. 3 by 2 and 2 by 3 are different. This is not a whole number, they are different, right? So it is not commutative under division. So whole numbers are commutative under addition. Whole numbers are not commutative under subtraction. Whole numbers are commutative under multiplication. Whole numbers are not commutative under division. Understood the property? Next, commutative property for integers. Okay, we are going to deal with integers. So first, integers under addition we are going to take. Okay, under addition we are going to solve it. So we are going to take two integers here and we are going to add those things. What is the two integers here? Minus 2 is one integer. I am adding with 1. 1 is one integer, minus 2 is one integer. Right? This is negative integer, this is positive integer. Minus 2 plus 1. What is the answer? Minus 1. Okay, yesterday we have dealt with the same thing. So please go through this operations in your mind and you can do it. Next, 1 plus minus 2. A plus B, B plus A. So 1 plus into minus, minus 2. Answer is 1 minus 2, minus 1. Both the answers are same. So integers are commutative under addition. Okay. Minus 2 plus 1 minus 1. Here 1 addition to minus 2. So plus into minus, minus 1 minus 2 minus 1. So both the answers are same. So integers are commutative under addition. Okay. Next, subtraction. Okay. we are going to take the subtraction operation. So I am going to subtract two integers. See, listen. 2 is one integer. Subtract 1. 1 is a one integer. 2 is one integer, right? So 2 minus 1 is 1. Next, 1 minus 2. Right? 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Both are different. Right? Both are different. So integers are not commutative under subtraction. Okay? Here 2 minus 1, 1. 1 minus 2, minus 1. So both are different. So integers are not commutative under subtraction. Next is our multiplication operation. Okay. So now listen. Minus 3 into 2. Okay. Minus 3 into 2. 3 2s are 6. Minus into plus minus. 2 into minus 3. 2 3s are 6. Plus into minus minus. So both are same. Right. So integers are commutative under, integers are commutative under multiplication. Okay, both answers are same. Next comes our division part. Okay, next division, what I am going to do is 3 divided by 2. 3 is also an integer, 2 is also an integer. So what you will get? 3 by 2, that's all. 2 divided by 3. 2 by 3. Both the answers are different, right? So, integers are not commutative under division. Okay, first, integers are commutative under addition. Integers are not commutative under subtraction. Integers are commutative under multiplication. Integers are not commutative under division. Understood this property? Comes the commutative property for rational numbers. Okay, now we are going to deal with the rational numbers. So first under addition. Okay, here also we are going to take two rational numbers and we are going to do the commutative property. Let us take two rational number like 3 by 2 plus 4 by 2. Okay, 3 by 2 is also a rational number. 4 by 2 is also a rational number. Right. So if you add, what is the answer you will get? 7 by 2. Because denominators are same. I am writing denominator as such and adding the numerators. Okay. Next. 4 by 2 plus 3 by 2. Just we are going to exchange it. This also you are getting 7 by 2. Right. Both the answers are same. So rational numbers are commutative under addition. Okay. Next. Subtraction. The same problem I am going to give. 3 by 2 minus 4 by 2. So 3 minus 4 divided by 2 is common, right? So 3 minus 4 minus 1 by 2. Answer is minus 1 by 2. Here 4 by 2 minus 3 by 2. So 4 minus 3 by 2. 4 minus 3 1 by 2. Right? Both are different. Okay, both are different. So yeah, rational numbers are not commutative under subtraction. Okay, next 3 multiplication. Okay, multiplication we are going to do it 1 by 2 into 3 by 4. Okay, how are you going to do multiplication? Numerator into numerator. 1 into 3 3. 2 into 4 8. Right. Next, 3 by 4 into 1 by 2. So 3 into 1, 3. 4 into 2, 8. So both the answers are same. Therefore, rational numbers are commutative under multiplication. Next, fourth is division. Right. So here I am going to do division. 1 by 2 divided by 3 by 4. So division you can't directly do it, right? So what you will do? You will reciprocate it. So 1 by 2 multiplication 4 by 3. Right. Now you can do multiplication as such. 1 into 4, 4. 2 into 3, 6. Right. Next, 3 by 4 division 1 by 2. So 3 by 4 multiplication, because you are going to reciprocal. do the reciprocal 2 by 1, right? 1 by 2 will become 2 by 1. Here 3 by 4 will become 4 by 3. Now 3 2s are 6 by 4 1s are 4. So whether these two are same? No, they are different. So rational numbers are not commutative under division. Here listen, rational numbers are commutative under addition. Rational numbers are not commutative under subtraction. Rational numbers are commutative under multiplication. Rational numbers are not commutative under division. Understood the properties? Next property which we are going to discuss is about the associative property. Okay. In previous two properties, actually we were discussing with two integers or two whole numbers or two rational numbers like that. Okay. So, but in associative property, we are going to deal with three things. If we are doing with integers, we are going to take three integers and we are doing the calculation. Next, when you are doing with whole numbers, you are going to take three whole numbers and you are going to do the calculation. If you are doing for rational numbers, you are going to do with three rational numbers and we are going to do the associative property. So let us take the three numbers as a, b, c. Okay. So actually associative property, how it will look means for addition a plus b plus c equal to a plus b plus c. Okay. So this is how the associative property will be for addition. Next, for multiplication, a into b into c equal to a into b into c. Okay. So now I will take for whole numbers. Okay. Associative property for whole numbers. Okay. So now first for addition. Okay. I told you addition will satisfy the associative property. What are all the properties does the whole number satisfies for commutative, that all will satisfy for associative also. Okay, here in addition, whether commutative is satisfied? Yes. So in addition, associative also will satisfy. So how it looks like? A plus b plus c equal to a plus b plus c. Okay, both the answers will be same. Next, it will take a long process, just you can refer this alone, enough, that's enough. Okay, that's why I am giving only the property. So whole numbers are associative under addition. Okay, next, subtraction. Okay, whether whole number satisfies for whole numbers commutative property satisfies for subtraction? No. So associative is also not satisfied for subtraction. Okay, so here listen, a minus b minus c is not equal to a minus b minus c. Okay, not equal to means it's not satisfied. So associative property are not, which means whole numbers are not associative under subtraction. Usually this subtraction and division are not at all satisfied in everything. Okay, next comes our multiplication. Okay, next comes our multiplication. See this. So I am going to a into b into c equal to a into b into c. Okay. So in multiplication, commutative property satisfies for whole numbers. Likewise, associative property also satisfies for whole numbers. So whole numbers are associative under multiplication. So addition is satisfied, multiplication satisfies, subtraction does not satisfy. Okay. Next comes our division. Okay, next comes our division. So a divided b divided c is not equal to a divided b divided by c. Okay, why? Because commutative is not satisfied for division. So associative is also not satisfied for division. So whole numbers are not associative under addition. Understood these properties? Next is for integers. That also we are going to take three integers and we are going to solve the associative property. Okay. What are all the, for addition and multiplication actually the commutative property is satisfied. Likewise, the same addition and multiplication only the associative property is going to satisfy for integers also. So again, you just learn this property, that's enough. Listen, for addition, what I told you, it is satisfied, right? So a plus b plus c equal to a plus b plus c. Okay. For addition it satisfies. Integers are associative under addition. Okay. Keep it in your mind. Integers are associative under addition. Next is what? Subtraction, right? Subtraction, it is not satisfied. So how you will write? A minus b minus c is not equal to a minus b minus c. Okay. So integers are not associative under subtraction because it is not commutative under subtraction. Therefore, it is not associative under subtraction. Keep it in your mind. If it is satisfied for commutative only, it will be satisfied for associative. Okay. Next, third is multiplication. Okay. Third is your multiplication. In multiplication, a into b into c equal to a into b into c. Okay. So here this integers are associative under multiplication. Because I told you addition and multiplication only it is satisfied. So a into b into c equal to a into b into c. Therefore integers are associative under multiplication. Okay. Next comes our division property. Right. Division is a divided b divided c is not equal to a divided b divided c. Because I told you subtraction and division is not satisfied. So a divided b divided c is not equal to a divided b divided c. So integers are not associative under division. Okay, understood? For rational numbers. Okay. The same, I am just going to give only the hint for this. You can read the theory part and you can able to understand. It is very easy and it is we have to read only few things. That's all. That's why I am giving a outline of this associative property. Okay. Now for addition we are going to take it. Addition. So I told you how many integers we have to take for associative property? 3 rational numbers we are going to take it. Okay. So what it is addition? A plus b plus c equal to a plus b plus c. Okay. So rational numbers are associative under addition. Keep it in your mind. Rational numbers are associative under addition. Okay. Next is our subtraction. Okay. Subtraction it won't be satisfied. So how you will write it? A minus b minus c equal to is not equal to a minus b minus c. I told you subtraction won't satisfy for everything. So subtraction is not, which rational numbers are not associative under subtraction. So you can put cross here. Okay. Next, third is multiplication. Okay. Third is your multiplication. So I told you multiplication will satisfy. So how you will write? A into b into c equal to a into b into c. Okay. So multiplication will satisfy. So rational numbers are associative under multiplication. Please keep all those in your minds. It is very important for your 1 mark questions. Okay. Next is your division. Okay. Division, how you will, what I said, division won't be satisfied. So how you will write it? For rational numbers, a divided b divided c is not equal to a divided b divided by c. Okay. So under division it is not satisfied. So rational numbers are not associative under division. So you should be very clear about the rational numbers property because this chapter is fully about the rational numbers. So in addition associative property is satisfied. In subtraction it is not satisfied. In multiplication it is satisfied. Division it is not satisfied. Are you all clear about these properties? Next we are going to discuss about the example problems. Okay. So the example problem will be in the next page after the properties of rational numbers. After that associative property, next problem itself is the example 1. Okay, see the question. You can refer the textbook also for this problem. See, question is find 3 by 7 plus minus 6 by 11 plus minus 8 by 21 plus 5 by 22. Okay, we are going to find the value for this, which means you are going to add all those 4 rational numbers. This is one rational number, this is one rational number, This is one rational number and this is one rational number. Okay, so we are going to add all the 4 rational numbers. I already told you, when you are adding, if our denominators are same, you can add it directly, right? But here whether our denominators are same? No. Here denominator is 7, here 11, here 21, here 22. So all the 4 denominators are entirely different. So what you have to do? You have to take LCM to make all the denominators same. So LCM of 7, 11, 21, 22, right? Actually we are going to do this LCM. So what I am going to do is LCM of 7, 11, 21, 22. Okay? Here we can straight away do the 7th table because this and this will come in 7th table. Right? So 7 ones are 7. 11 does not come in 7th table. So I will write in 11 as such. Next 7 threes are 21. Next 22 does not come in 7th table. So I am writing 22 as such. Okay? Next 11 and 22 comes in 11th table. Right? 11 1 I am writing as such. 11 ones are 11 I am writing. 3 does not comes in 11th table. I am writing 3 as such. Then 11 twos are 22. Okay, are you clear with this LCM part? Please do this LCM separately in your note and see, children. It is a very big form of calculation. Okay. Next is your third table. 1, 1, 3 ones are 3. Next 2 does not comes in third table. I am writing 2 as such. Next in 2 table. 1, 1, 1, 1. Shall we stop till this? Yes. Now what is the LCM of 7, 11, 21, 22 is? 7 into 11 into 3 into 2. Right. So 7 into 11? 77. Right. 77 into 3 or 3 to 6. 7 into 11, 77. 3 into 2, 6. Right. Now 77 into 6, you can do the calculation. 77 into 6. 7 6 are 42. 7 6 are 42. 42 plus 4, 46. So what is your LCM value here? 462. 462. Okay. So LCM value which you have got it 462. So all our denominator should be 462. So we can change each and every rational number. Shall we change it? Yes. So first start from 3 by 7. Our denominator should be 462, right? Okay. So if you multiply with what, you will get 462. If 7 is there, remaining what if you multiply, you will get 462. 11 into 3 into 6. Which means 11 into 6, 66. So 77 into 7 into 66, you will get 462. You can multiply and see, you will get the same answer. Okay, next. Here 66 means here also 66. Right. You can do the calculation. 66 into 3. 6 3s are 18, 1. 6 3s are 18, 19. Okay, 198. So 3 by 7 will become 198 by 462. Now one rational number we have changed it. Next, minus 6 by 11. You are going to change to 462. So 11 you keep it as such. You are going to check the other. 7 6 are 42. So here also you are going to do 42, right? Now 42 into 6. 4 2s are 12. 1. 6 4s are 24. 25. Did you got it? So minus 252. Why? Because your minus is there. So I am going to write the minus here. Okay. Minus into plus, so that minus will come. Okay. Next. Minus 8 by 21 equal to 462. So 21. 7 into 3, 21. Remaining is 11 into 2 is there. So 21 into 22, if you multiply, you will get 462. Next, if you multiply here also 22, what will be your answer? 22 into 8. 8 2s are 16, 1. 8 2s are 16, 17. 176. Minus here it is there, so I am going to write minus here. Next, 5 by 22. So what is your answer? You have to get in the denominator 462. So 22 into 21, here also into 21. Now 21 into 5. 5, 5 2s are 10, 105. So all the fractions we have changed into that related to the denominator same. Now what we are going to add? All these four things we are going to add it, right? So 198 by 462 plus bracket 252 divided by 462 plus minus 176 by 462 plus 105 by 462. Did you understand how all these four comes? Because we are making them into equivalent fractions. Okay. Now all the denominators are same. So can we write in the same denominator places? Same as only ones. Next I am writing 198. Okay. Next plus into minus, minus 252. Plus into minus, minus 176. Next plus 105. Now you understood how I wrote? I am just writing only the numerators. 198 plus into minus, minus 252 plus into minus, minus 176 plus 105. Now can we do this alone calculation? Yes. So first you can do add same digits. See 108 plus 105 because both are of plus sign. So same sign what you will do? You will add it. So 108 first with 105, 198 plus 105 I am going to add it because both are plus sign. Here plus sign, here also plus sign. So what will answer? 13, 1, 10, 1, 303. You got 303. This here minus sign, here also minus sign. Both are minus sign, so both are same. So what you are going to do? You are going to add it. 252, 176. 8, 12, 1, 428. Minus 428 you will get it. Right? So what is your answer? 303 minus 428 divided by 462. Okay? So what you are getting? When I am adding 198 and 105 you are getting 303. When I am adding 252 and 176 I am getting 428. Minus sign I am putting because minus 428 it is. Now both are different signs. So what you are going to do? Subtracted. Okay, you just keep all this in your mind children. 428 you are going to subtract with 303. Okay, 5, 2, 1. So answer is minus 125 by 462. Why minus means greater number sign is minus. So minus 125 by 462 is your answer. Okay, listen. This LCM of 7, 11, 21, 22 is 462. This I got by LCM process. Next, I am going to change each and every ration numbers with the denominator 462. As usual, you do the fractions, right? Then we have all changed all those. Then you are going to add all those four things. Now, plus into my next, all the denominators are same. So I am writing only ones here. Next, numerator all I am going to add it. 198 plus into my minus 252 plus into minus minus 176 plus 105. Now 198 and 105 are same sign. So I am going to add it separately 303 and I wrote here. Next minus 252 minus 176 both are same sign. So I am going to add both and I am writing minus 428. Okay, now 303 have plus sign, 428 have minus sign. Both are different signs. So what you are going to do? Subtract it. Subtract what your answer is? 125. So I wrote 128. What is the greater number? 428. What is the symbol of greater number? Minus. So answer is minus 125 by 462. This is your correct answer. Understood? Next is your example number 2. Here what they have done? They have asked you to multiply our ration numbers. That's all. Okay, while doing multiplication, you can do simplification also in between. Then also you can multiply. It's like that you can do now. So I am going to do the same thing here. Minus 4 by 5 into 3 by 7 into 15 by 16 into minus 14 by 9. See, here and here we can cancel like this and all. We can do the simplification form, right? The same thing. Listen. In fourth table, 1 times. Here, 4 times. Because 4 4s are 16. Fourth table 1 times, 4 times 16. This understood? Next, seventh table 1 time, 7 1s are 7, 7 2s are 14. Can we say like that? Yes. Next, third table 1 times, 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9. Can we write like that? Yes. Next, fifth table 5 1s are 1, 5 3s are 15. Can we write like this? Yes. Next, 3 ones are 3, 3 ones are 3. Can we cancel like this? Yes. Next, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. Can we write like this? Is there any other possibility to cancel? No. Here 1 we reached, here also 1 we reached, here 1 we reached, here also 1 we reached. So we can't do anything. Next, here 1, here 2, here 1. That's all. No other possibility to cancel it. You can itself cancel it by yourself, children. It is very easy. Now I am going to write the number. 1 into 1 into 1 into 1, 1. Divided by 1 into 1, 1. 1 into 2, 2. 2 into 1, 2. Next, minus into plus, minus. Minus into plus, minus. Minus into minus, plus. Okay. Next, plus into plus, plus. Plus into plus, plus. Plus into plus, plus. So can you write like this? 1 by 2. Yes. Listen. 4 is 16. I am cancelling 1 times and 4 times. Next, 5 1 times, 3 times, 5 3s are 15. Then 3 1 times and here 3 3s are 9. Next 7 1 times, here 7 2s are 14. I have cancelled it. Then what I am doing is I am multiplying 1 into 1, 1, 1 into 1, 1. Then 1 into 1, 1. I wrote 1. Minus into plus. Nothing is there. What you will say? Plus. Minus into plus, minus. Minus into plus, minus. Minus into minus, plus. Okay. Next, plus into plus, plus. Plus into plus, plus. Plus into plus, plus. So 1 by 2 I am writing as this is your answer for the example number 2. Understood, children?
Here we have discussed what are the properties in a very elaborate manner and with examples. Then example 1 and 2 was discussed. So you can work out this problem and it is very easy one. Hope you all understood, children. Thank you.